Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Richard, this is Lap of the World, and these are 6 new road courses planned for North America in 2025. The track day hobby appears to only be growing, so it's no surprise to see new tracks in the works. For those of us in North America, though, here are 6 new developments that we can look forward to in the next few years, and excitingly, all of these facilities are off paper and at least to some extent in the ground. Moving alphabetically, we'll kick things off in northern Colorado with Ascent Drive Resort. Pitched as setting a new standard for speed, safety, accessibility, and variety amongst motorsports clubs, Ascent has broken ground just 3 miles east of Denver International Airport, and you can see the outline of the future track's layout on Google Maps already. As the resort part of the name implies, though, their plans don't stop at just the circuit. With 580 acres to play with, the Ascent team have big plans for the property, including a fully appointed karting facility, vehicle dynamics pad, and a whole 160 acres dedicated to accommodating the large Colorado off-road enthusiast community. Amid all of that will be a few hundred luxury car condos, on-site vehicle storage, and assorted car prep infrastructure. Of course, the part we're most interested in is the planned 3.75 mile and what looks like about 23 turns of road course that will be the centerpiece of the development. Ascent have partnered with Telca on targeting an FIA Grade 2 treatment that will see this circuit outfitted with runoff sufficient to contain at least a GT3 race car, along with a suite of modern electronic track management tech to make it safe for the members and visitors to explore their limits and relative safety. On that note, Ascent does have a membership model, although it's unclear right now if the facility will be exclusive to members entirely or if members will just have significantly more access to the track, with some weekends still available for common folk track day organizations. We've seen both models and are hoping for the latter, as we've enjoyed our time in Colorado, so would welcome the additional excuse to visit more often. Moving further south, but staying in the western U.S., we find Dove Nest Motorsports Club, or DOMO, just south of Waco, Texas. DOMO as a club actually has a few different locations catering currently to off-road hobbyists, but they'll soon be in the circuit driving game as well. DOMO aims to be a top-tier motorsports resort community, offering infrastructure to support multiple motorsports disciplines and accommodating all needs, including lodging, climate-controlled garage storage, and hosting for both corporate and private events, motorsports education and training, and private track time. The Dove Nest team has also engaged Telca Engineering to design their 3.1-mile 22-turn road course that, similar to Ascent, can already be seen from space as initial layout and grading has commenced. Members who are so inclined can even take an off-road lap of the track layout before paving gets underway. Its design incorporates turns and elements inspired by famous racing circuits like Spa, Laguna Seca, and the Nürburgring. DOMO's eventual FIA Grade 2 circuit will be surrounded by luxury garage condos, villas, car storage facilities, and what looks like some pretty high-end clubhouse and social venue installments as well. I wasn't able to find any property pricing or membership details for the future road course facility, but they have contact info on their site and active socials to follow for those interested. Heading back north, but still staying in the United States, we find ourselves just northwest of the Motor City itself to look at Motorsports Gateway Howell. Billed as Michigan's premier destination for automotive enthusiasts, the Motorsport Gateway team seeks to offer, quote, an unparalleled experience with track-fronting luxury car condos and an internationally developed racetrack. That would allow visitors to immerse themselves in the ultimate motorsports haven alongside fellow enthusiasts who share your passion for all things automotive. This development centers around a 2.5-mile, 15-turn road course developed in partnership with Driven International that was designed to flow with the natural contours of the existing land. It makes for a compact layout, a literal stone's throw from I-96. As of the end of 2024, this track is the furthest along in this list, with at least one layer of tarmac already in place on what they're calling the South Circuit, which nicely implies that there may be more track to come here in the future. Along with what I'll call the important part, they're also pushing towards the rest of the infrastructure with garages, paddock facilities, and car condos already with foundation work done. If you want in on one of those car condos, then you need at least $600,000 and you may want to move quickly. Motorsports Gateway also has membership information published, and it's actually fairly reasonable in context with other comparable facilities. It's also currently unclear to me exactly how members-only the Gateway will be, but regardless, it's cool to see a new track pop up in a state responsible for so much of American car culture. Staying up north, but crossing the border into Canada this time, we'll look at the planned Oro Station motor circuit near Barrie, about 50 miles north of Toronto. Oro Station pitches their development as the ultimate Canadian destination for the racers and the restorers, the innovators and the educators, enthusiasts and entrepreneurs. That is to say that Oro Station is planned as equal parts driving club and motorsports business park. Starting with the track, the central circuit at Oro is a driven international design and will follow the natural topography of the already rolling area. Aligning with the dual nature of the development, it will be configurable into either a single 4.1 kilometer, 2.6 miles, 16-turn circuit, or separate north and south circuits to allow both business and pleasure use simultaneously. Speaking of pleasure use, those wanting the most expansive access to this track will want to join Bexley Motor Club, the members-only motorsports and automotive community within Oro Station. Membership includes the option to purchase property within the facility, as well as arrive and drive accommodations and access to both driver training, as well as other automotive education in collaboration with the other half of the campus, because Oro Station also intends to fill the role of a motorsports and transportation research nexus within Ontario. The infrastructure around the circuit will include condos, clubhouses, and social edifices, but will also include large business parks with commercial and light industrial spaces. Oro Station is touting full fiber internet, 44 kilovolt power, and smart roadways within its facility to attract businesses, and their newsfeed suggests they already have Radical, Saybelt, and other notable companies with shops, storefronts, or R&D centers planned for the future campus. From Canada, we head to Florida, just inland of Port St. Lucie, to find the beginnings of P1 Motor Club. Billed as the world's pinnacle motorsports community, the founding members broke ground on March 10th, attended by Danny Sullivan and Brian Redman, among others. This seed was actually planted following a failed bid to buy the Is It Dead or Is It Not Palm Beach International Raceway, according to one member's comments to a local news outlet. Now opting for a clean slate approach, the P1 team that includes a founding partner at Monticello Motorsports Club, along with a deep roster of other business founders and executives, aim to live up to their ambitious slogan with a site plan that includes over 10 miles of drivable tarmac between two main circuits and a kart track. The P1 Members Club will boast a 4.5-mile 22-turn circuit, along with what they're calling garage mahals and autominiums, over 70% of which are already spoken for. If you want one for yourself, you may need to know somebody, as membership is largely referral only, although individual applications do exist. If you can get on board, though, you'll get access to one of the longest road courses in North America, designed by a consortium of drivers and then refined by Apex Circuit Design and Telka Engineering. It notably includes a crossover feature similar to what one might think of at Suzuka or Fiorano, along with a 3,500-foot long straight. Next door, the Treasure Coast Circuit, still at a notable 3.2 miles and 15 turns, is intended to cater to track day providers, driving schools, race teams, and manufacturers. So it's safe to say we'll be visiting in the future for at least a lap around this side of the facility. Rounding things out, the 1.2 mile 18-turn kart track looks on paper like a mini-me of the members track with a crossover and similar layout. Supporting the entire facility will be large vehicle storage buildings, as well as a motorsports-focused R&D park. Upon completion, this would give Florida its 10th and 11th circuits, if we don't count PBIR with its uncertain future, or the possible resurrection of Seminole Raceway. Last in the alphabet but closest to home, we have Uwharrie Motorsports Park and Resort in central North Carolina. An asterisk here, I said at the beginning that all of these tracks were to some degree in the ground, but this was a late addition, and they have cleared all of their property-related hurdles and have scheduled their groundbreaking for the first half of this year. Calling their development a transformative destination for motorsports and lifestyle, Uwharrie's site plan centers around a 3.2-mile, 20-ish turn FIA Grade 2 road course that it appears will be capable of a couple of configurations for simultaneous events. The track layout design is courtesy of Driven International and will no doubt seek to leverage central North Carolina's Appalachian terrain that has lent itself to so many great driving roads in the region. Alongside the track, Uwharrie has plans for what they're calling private auto ports for members, as well as a luxury clubhouse replete with fine dining and other amenities. The public will gain access to features like an amphitheater, dog park, and world-class karting track. We have limited other details, with Uwharrie being the least far along in development, but founding membership applications just went live in February following their final approvals, so if you're interested, more information is no doubt available. So those are 6 new facilities that those of us in North America can look forward to with at least some certainty in the next few years, with all of them being legitimately in progress. Let us know which you're looking forward to the most. Let us know, of course, if we've missed any other tracks that are currently in development, and we will dutifully update our channel. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'm Richard, this is Lap of the World, and we'll see you all in the next video, if not at the track.